doop 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 doop. Just gotta get stuff going. La 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 la. Testing, testing, testing. Yay. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, gonna have that running there. Gonna make that run for a little bit. Okay. Okay. Great, 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 great. My volume might be really high. That may not be good. Oh, right, I can't look at that screen. That's gonna be a problem. Yeah, okay. Just for the record, I have Monster Hunter playing in the background just to kind of give you guys something to look at while I'm situating myself. Okay, let's go. Let's turn it public. Do 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 do. Boop, boop. Okay, I think I got this going. Just gonna wait for people to trickle in. Let me put this out there. Da, 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 da. Okay. Right, I need to look at the camera for this to actually work. Great. Just gonna wait out the intro for a little bit. I'm just, for those who are watching this after it's been live, I'm just kind of waiting for people to show up on the live stream. I'm just here. But I guess I should tell you what I'm going to be doing. Pretty simple. I'm just going to be going through a bunch of the chapters that came out today, like the same way I would do it. And then I'll just be there. I'll just be taking questions and whatever else. We'll be talking about the chapters. It'll be a fun time. We'll all enjoy it. We have Monster Hunter playing in the background. And Diego J, what's up, man? Thanks for joining on. Just giving it a few more minutes before people show up. But yeah, we're going to be going through Hero Academia, or Academia. I'm going to be calling it Academia now. We're going to be going through Hero Academia. We're going to be going through the One Piece chapter, and then the Black Clover chapter. Drop in, drop out whenever you feel like it. Oh man, this was an epic battle. What a good hunter. I'm so... Monster Hunter is really fun. Monster Hunter is like super fun. Man, I did great on this one. Okay. I guess I'll probably be starting up right around the 5-minute mark just to get this thing going. And then we'll be working on the live stream. There's going to be a few mistakes on the live stream just because I'm still kind of getting used to managing the whole system while it's here. And yeah, hopefully it'll go alright. Man, what a fun game. Ah, shoot, it froze. Huh, that's weird. That's a weird thing. Yeah, okay. I see. Man, technology's so weird. Oh man, what a badass shot. Oh, that was great. Oh man. Alright, we're almost there to the start of the live stream. Just 20 more seconds and then I'll be good to go. Okay, let's bring down the audio for that. We don't want people getting distracted by the epic monster battles that are going on behind. All right, cool. All right, 5 people on. Let's get into this. Hey everybody, it's Tripl-L, and here we're here to talk some My Hero Academia, some One Piece, some Black Clover. It's gonna be a fun time. The chapter impressions, we're gonna be just going through it and talking about the cool chapter that we got. So we're gonna be starting with Hero Academia first. Oh, Hannah's there. Cool. Welcome, Hannah. Anyway, we're gonna be going through Hero Academia first. This Hero Academia chapter, I believe it's 176, was pretty cool. It was a pretty badass chapter. So I'm gonna switch off the Monster Hunter just for a little bit, and we're gonna go over into. Oh, neat! We got the text coming up on the screen. This is exactly what I wanted. All right, so we're gonna be going over into the chapter for a little bit. We're gonna be pretty much doing it. This is pretty much it's gonna be the same editing style I have for the videos. We're gonna be seeing it here, kinda, and hopefully it'll work out. So Hero Academia chapter 176. When you look at it, we've got. It was a pretty tense chapter, you know. It was pretty cool, and I sit down to look at this chapter, and I'm just thinking, this really escalated really quickly, and I really would have enjoyed if we just got a conclusive Izuku gets shut down chapter, because I'm really hoping for it, but no, it looks like this is gonna be pretty down and dirty, and especially when you go in and you look at the final page on this chapter. Let me just get this thing over here. When you look at the final page on this chapter, it's pretty cool just because it just shows how down and dirty this whole thing's about to get. And I kind of like this. I like when we have fights with, you know, how do I say this? I like it when we have fights with human characters and not abominations like we've got with Shizaki, because it makes it a lot more personal. And the shot of Izuku rushing Gentle into the building, like, I don't know, I just remembered how much I like urban style fights. This is gonna be pretty dang cool, man. And also, I should be checking when you guys are making comments. But yeah, it's just it's pretty exciting. This, I think, is gonna make for a really cool fight. I'm really sad that Izuku doesn't have any backup, because one of the things that Hero Academia, or Academia, I'm trying to say this right, Academia. One of the things that Hero Academia does, well, I think pretty alright, is they do really well with team fights, and it really does show what all the characters can do. Like Todoroki and Izuku as a team are pretty cool to watch, and I would really love to see more of them, but this seems like it's going to be an entirely Izuku central affair. Now, there is one thing that I do want to point out at the end here. It seems that the author kind of set us up for Labrava. And Hannah, I'm seeing that you're saying that you're interested in what Labrava's quirk is. Well, seeing that he's saying in response to your love, is my mouse showing up on the screen? No, it's not. Okay, so we'll just look at over here. Oh, it is. So in response to your love, this is usually like one of those things that people would say, like, okay, he's setting us up for the next chapter. We're gonna be seeing Labrava do something because she's thinking about this really big emotional moment she had, right? So storytelling convention is telling us, all right, we might be going in to see what Labrava can do. And that's pretty exciting, because maybe Labrava has a game changer ability. If she has like one of those really hardcore abstract abilities, we might be seeing something pretty cool. And there is a note on that in regards to the abstract abilities. We have gotten, how would you say this? We have gotten story weight being thrown into abstract abilities, because one of the purposes of the previous arc with Bakugo and Todoroki, or not one of the purposes, but you could argue that one of the one of the setups that arc gave us is that it opened up the way for more abstract quirks. In other words, quirks that don't really make sense. That idea that every generation quirks get more complex. You know, we have that, and then we have Gentle, who can flat out manipulate reality and make it elastic. When you consider that kind of storytelling, that impetus that they're putting in earlier in the story, and you see it here, like these characters are kind of an answer to that idea, because again, Gentle has a very abstract quirk. And actually, I'm gonna brag, man. I'm gonna brag so hard for a second here. Elasticity. Let's go to that page where Gentle flat out tells us what his quirk is. Blah, 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 blah. Looking for the page, looking for the page. Where is the page? There we go. Gonna get it going for a second. 1 second, guys. I'm just loading up the page. I gotta do this carefully, otherwise you guys are all gonna see something really ugly on the screen. Loading it up. Cool, here we go. Elasticity, man. Alright, so this is pretty cool because this is what we were, well, I think a few people were agreeing with me, but this is what we were saying it was gonna be. Elasticity. This is, oh man, I'm so excited. It's just, do we have a shot of his face here? No, we don't. We don't. Alright, cool. So we don't have the shot of the face, which is unfortunate, but, oh no, there it is. Cool. Yeah, elasticity. I was so excited because this is what we were talking about. And now to complete the bragging, I'm gonna go back to the channel and I'm just gonna bring up what we were looking at. And I'm using one of my other accounts. I'm not using the actual Tripl-L account. We're just gonna go over to the Tripl-L channel real quick. We're gonna look for that video. I think it's on Hero Academia 171. There's too many videos. 175. 173, 172, there we go. Here it is. Oh no, not ads. God damn it. I should have had ad block. Alright, cool. Here we go.
Everybody is you know, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see.
I'm gonna quiet down for this one.
That thought just now of for 9 minutes, and let's continue moving on along. Because we had a panel where, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen, where right before Gentle jumps up to the top of the building, the ground distorts. And given what someone had told me about far, and then it will snap back, I think what he does is some quirk, either Labrada's or his quirk, makes the space distort, and then it builds up that elastic potential energy, and then he can use it because that seems to be those rubber-like properties. Then that malleable type of distortion makes sense. So yeah, I do think it's something having to do with elastic potential or energy coming from displacement. So
okay, you know what? That was a bore. I talk too much, man. But the point is, elastic potential, elasticity. I said the keyword somewhere in there. I was excited, man. I felt so good about that. But we can also talk about some of the science going into this. You know, specifically, there was a panel here that was pretty critical. Let me just find the page again, because this was pretty funny when it actually happened. So what happened was Izuku hit against the elasticity with what we find out was a lot of force. What's actually funny here is that Gentle didn't expect Izuku to be shot back with that kind of gusto, right? He was Labrada pointed out that was very violent, and Gentle is perplexed and astonished. So the reason that becomes critical is because it kind of tells us how this quirk works, right? If we go and we were to look at the formulas that govern elastic potential, actually, I think there's an elasticity coefficient. We're just gonna go check that out really quick. Elasticity coefficient. That's money. No, that's not what we want. We want science. We want the physics. We want elasticity physics. Sorry guys, you're getting a science lesson. So the force that Izuku put in attack was put... Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Diego. The force that Izuku puts in there is going to be redirected back at him. The reason that Gentle didn't expect it though is because Izuku put way more force than was possible. So here it is. This one right here, F equals KX. So this is actually pretty interesting because Gentle, what he has, from what it looks like, is when what happens with the things that Gentle makes elastic, they go back to where they were once the quirk runs out. The reason that this is actually pretty interesting is because usually with rubber, you can distort rubber to a point, but usually the rubber itself will warp. What Wikipedia was calling it is it's an ideal type of elastic. Let me just check. Yeah, perfect elasticity. So that's what Gentle has because he can restore things back to where they were before the elastic potential happened. But when you look at the actual formula for the force given because of displacement, there is a constant, which is the k right here, and then there's the x, which is the displacement itself. The k is a constant that governs, well, the spring constant. So it's the constant that's intrinsic to the material. Since Gentle is using this one, well, since Gentle is able to restore things to where they were before, though, we can assume that he's using perfect elasticity. So what it pretty much means is that if Izuku hits that thing, it's gonna be a perfect conversion of energy. So all his punches can be redirected right back at him, and they could potentially hit him with the same amount of force, if not more. If Gentle has a constant or a coefficient that's higher than 1, then it would be a very dangerous thing for Izuku to cause. Or it would be very dangerous for Izuku in terms of the force he's going to be getting back. But it's a question of what kind of control Gentle has over his quirk. Can he make something super elastic or not that elastic? So that's the cool stuff with the quirk. That's just some of the science going into it. I doubt the author really looked into it. Like, really, it's just like a question of, oh, this is like a really, really cool little thing that he can do. And it's just, oh yeah, he can make the surroundings elastic or not. I do think it's funny because people do talk about One Piece and whether or not Luffy's going to be getting this type of quirk in the future. So, you know, or not quirk, if he's going to be getting this type of power in the future, but it's cool to see it in Hero Academia first. They can say they claimed it first. All right, so that's the really cool bits for the Gentle fight. It's going pretty cool. It's a pretty awesome little fight. I'm pretty excited about it. Like I said at the beginning, I like how right down and personal the whole fight is. But as for the cool stuff, it's really just revolving around Izuku getting thrown around by the elasticity. So the other part of the chapter is, let's see. The other part of the chapter was the slice of life stuff with Jiro. And that's pretty cool in of itself. And it's pretty adorable for Jiro. So we're just going to like get it up on the screen. Here we go. Oh, Hannah's saying she feels like Izuku might get back up later. It depends, because they were saying at the very beginning that the thing with that area is that no villain would be there because there is a nest of heroes right around the block. So yeah, if the heroes have a pretty good detection system, or, you know, if the heroes have ears and they hear that something just got destroyed in that building, yeah, I do feel that the heroes could show up. I do feel the heroes could get there within a few moments. But yeah, I guess like when you consider it, Gentle's probably already kind of screwed up his plan. He's made a lot of noise. The moment that Izuku knocked him into that building, he made a lot of noise. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. Anyway, over into the Jiro stuff. Yeah, Jiro's so cute, man. Like, this was adorable. So I liked that she has the same kind of trait that Izuku does. Only, you know, she has it with things that matter. And I say that in jest, but this whole segment was pretty cool because I think Skelly pointed it out on the Discord server. This might have been the first time Jiro's actually talked directly one-on-one with Izuku. So this was a pretty big deal. And she's being so cute and adorable about it. It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, this is nice. This is so nice. Yeah, I'm into it. That said, I do hope Izuku can help her with the note-taking because this is... This is funny. It's funny. People are bonding over their ability to take notes. Now, in that same sequence, we also had a little thing with Tokoyami and Bakugo. And I thought this was pretty interesting as well. So, let's just get it up here. Yeah. Bakugo was pointing out the thing about Tokoyami not being good enough to destroy the kids with their music. And then Jiro comes in and she like gives him like the extra little bit of information that this was in his notes. So this is just a reminder that Bakugo is a very effective character, right? Like, Bakugo has always been an intelligent character. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he's effective. Those are the three things that really make him so arrogant, right? He has a right to be arrogant because his whole life he was treated in that way. He was treated as if he was special, and he does have the accolades, I guess. He does have the accolades to justify why he's so arrogant and why he's so angry and why he's so extra. And in this particular moment, it pretty much is telling you Bakugo actually sat down, he read through the notes, and he knows the notes well enough to be able to tell someone, hey, you're not doing things right. So that's actually pretty interesting. And Bakugo's face there, Loki horrifies. Oh, yeah. Bakugo's face. I should just zoom in on that because we all need to see that face. That's the face of a man that's really been taken over by music, you know? He's really into it. But yeah, those were a lot of the critical points here for me. We had just the good tension on the chapter. We had just the panels of Gentle getting scared of Izuku, which is that's fair. I mean, we should all be scared of Izuku to some degree. And we had the quirk thing. And yeah, those are all the things I can really think about. What do you guys think? What do you guys have that you want to point out for this chapter? I'm seeing Magnum 59 saying they love that the class is becoming more close this arc. This will make them a great little group of friends. Yes, I agree. Totally agree. That's something I'm very excited about. I want to see that happen. I want to see more of that. And as we're looking at this chapter, it's still the issue of, is the sports fest, or not the sports festival, is the cultural festival gonna be, is it gonna be wiped out, or are we actually gonna get to see all these things pay off? Are we gonna get to see Eri get to see Izuku dance? Are we gonna get to see, well, Jiro get her satisfaction here? Oh, actually, I just remembered there was another slice of life scene somewhere in here, and it was revolving around, let me just find it real quick. Where is it? There was a slice of life scene with Mina, and I just need to find that page real quick. It was the one where she was telling Izuku to just stop thinking. Oh, there it is. Okay, 1 second. Doop de doop doop, doop de doop. Yeah, this part. This was actually pretty cool. I really like this. I really like this just because I didn't think that the dancing would actually come and be important for Izuku. So seeing it here was pretty cool. You know, it's Mina in particular. I think she's been getting a bit more attention, but I might be a little bit biased because just it's in recent memory. But I think she's been getting more attention since she got her joint flashback with Kirishima. Like, there's a lot more meaningful glances between Kirishima towards Ashido now, and Ashido's being more her right now, right? Like, before this, we knew that she was a very loud character, but now her loudness has purpose, and now her loudness is actually coming back to haunt Izuku in a good way, of course. So I actually really enjoy that we have her coming into this and being there to, or having her advice coming back for Izuku in that moment. And also, if anyone missed it, the purpose of that equipment seems to be something that it's just going to be there. What it would do is it would minimize the damage that Izuku could cause to the surroundings, which I think is a pretty cool little thing. So, pretty cool stuff. Yeah, super. Okay, I can't pronounce that because there's a lot of super pretty kitty with 3s instead of E's. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I like that the dancing came into play on this one. It's Magnum 59 confirmed that it would be the most slice of life arc. Where did he confirm this? I think someone else mentioned this, and I don't really know where he confirmed that this was going to be a slice of life. Where he confirmed that was going to be the most slice of life arc. But if that's the case, then if he's saying that is going to be the most slice of life arc, then we could probably expect a happier ending. Anyway, are there any other points that you guys want to talk about for this chapter? Just looking through, like, we just have pretty good badass shots here, but I don't think there's much of anything else I want to talk about here. We got the slice of life, we got Izuku being a badass, we got the reverse Izuku shot here, we got Gento running away, we got the possible interference from La Brava happening next chapter, in the author comments. Oh, okay, in the author comments. So in case you can't see it on the chat, someone's saying that the My Hero Academia author put this out in the author comments, and I believe author comments were something that would get translated by various groups. I think Manga Stream used to do the author comments, but okay. Hannah found the confirmation. Okay, if anyone could put a link on the page, I would greatly appreciate it. But if not, no worries. That's pretty cool to hear, though. Pretty cool to hear. So that was My Hero Academia. I'll just give it a few seconds in case you guys want to chat about anything else, just to find out. That's okay, Hannah. Thank you very much anyway. And so, since we have Hero Academia, how is my face being animated live? Ooh, that's the magic of technology. I know. I'm actually stress testing the computer now. This is taking a lot. Oh, the Eddie almost smile. Okay, Diego. Cool. That's a good point. Because I did think that. Okay, I this is gonna sound kind of mean, but I thought the smile was kind of disgusting. But that's the point of it. It's not. The point of it is that it's a very awkward smile. Let's go look at it. It was during the flashback sequence. Oh, there it is. And you know, I shouldn't say disgusting. Like, it's a little girl who doesn't know how to smile, but it was just like, oh yeah, wow. It's heartwarming that she's trying to smile, but at the same time, the fact that she can't smile, that's, oh, god damn it. 1 second. The fact that she can't smile is actually really tragic in some degree, so way to go, author, for making me feel really bad about it. Yeah, there we go. That's the smile. Oh, man, that's the smile that like makes you happy that this poor girl got out of there. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, it's nice to see that smile. It was a very nice shot. And actually, the paneling for that whole page in general was pretty badass, because that's where you have like the whole just interplay between where you have the whole splits between Izuku thinking about everything. That was a pretty badass, yeah, pretty badass art. Compared to last chapter where the art was kind of all over the place, this was pretty cool. Alright, so we got that going. I'm just gonna switch over to the Monster Hunter feed real quick. And I'm just gonna start reading. I'm just gonna refresh my memories on the other chapters, because I have to go to One Piece next. And then see how that goes. So, yeah, guys, feel free to like mention anything. I'm just going through the chapter real quick. And also, thank you all for joining. I think this is going okay, and I like that my computer is still alive while it's also playing gameplay. My computer's really weak, so yeah, Diego, you're into it. Protect that disgusting smile so it can become pretty in the future. Anyway, switching over, going through One Piece. Oh, I fainted. Shit. I'm sorry you guys had to see that. So actually, for the people who are in the chat right now, what do you want to do? I realize that there's news about the My Hero Academia or Academia movie. Do you guys want to check? Do you guys want to look at that, or do you are you okay if I just switch over to the One Piece stuff? I'll let the guys answer. Oh, Magnum. I don't know. It depends. If you guys enjoy it, I can make it a regular thing of just us talking and having things with the chapters, pretty much. So yeah, guys, if you actually like this, just put it in the comments somewhere and just tell me this was cool, and I'll look into doing it more often. Okay, Jerome Omokizi movie. Okay, cool. I'll get the movie information up then. Just watch me flail a little bit against that monster. Do. Just looking up all the information for the movie. And okay, Omoikizi, yeah, okay. Just looking for information. Man, Monster Hunter is such a cool game. I'm like watching the footage now and I'm just like, yeah, man, this is cool. That was so cool. Alright. Movie information. Okay, ready to go. Here we go. Switching over into the movie now. Let's go into the movie. Thank you for waiting, guys. Alright, so we just got a new scan. And this is pretty much it. So, pretty cool stuff. I think in the past we got information about the movie. And it was saying that it would cover a hero that we... How did they phrase it? They were going to give us the backstory on a hero that we knew. So what's interesting here is that they took out a character that was initially in one of the promo arts. Or they didn't take it out, but they haven't shown that character. So I'm just going to get the other promo art for this movie up, because there's a difference in who's being shown right now compared to who was shown that first time. Okay. Alright, so here's what we got now. This is my voice is going. This is the current Hero Academia picture. So here's the most critical point right here. It's this All Might picture. So when we initially got that information, it was saying that it was going to be someone that we did not know of. Or sorry, it was going to be a backstory on someone that we knew of. And here we have Young Might. So this is actually the first shot we've gotten of All Might looking, well, back in his prime. I think the closest thing we got before this was the one shot in a flashback, but we didn't even get to see his eyes. So seeing All Might in his prime is actually pretty cool, and I'm actually starting to wonder how they're going to try and tie this in to the plot itself. Like, how are you going to make Young Might show up for this movie? Is it going to be flashbacks, or are we going to get a retelling of one of his life stories? But then we also have our gang of, well, actually that's the A team right there. That's all the main characters. So that's the A team right there. So how exactly is this plot going to tie together? We haven't gotten that much information. Wait, actually, H Magnum? Are you messing with me, man? Is that true? Is that actually it? Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I mean, look at the floor. Look at that flooring. Okay, whatever. That's pretty cool if that's true, but I don't know. Anyway, I do recall seeing a little bit of information from Yonko Production when he was putting this up, that there's two heroes. Oh yeah, the two heroes right there. So let me bring this up for you here. Man, I didn't see the translation, H Magnum. Thanks for that. Okay, guys, so now we have more information. It's a floating city. Holy. Where's it? There we go. Trying to get this going here. Okay, so the movie is My Hero Academia, the two heroes. So we know that probably one of the heroes is going to be All Might, or it's going to be at least be featured. And then we have the other picture, which was... Getting the picture loaded up here real quick. Oh, come on. Come on, OBS. Alright, so this was the first picture that we ever got for the My Hero Academia. Skypea 2.0. Oh, please, man. Hopefully not. Yeah, so we had this picture initially. So the mystery character is still this blonde character right here. We don't have any idea who that actually is. Back when this initially came out, I thought, hey, maybe this is gonna be Mount Lady, because Mount Lady has a bigger tie to the current cast of the My Hero Academia characters. Just her power was initially being thought of for Ochiko, or I think something along those lines. So that's why I was thinking about Lady, because I thought, okay, she has the most connection to this cast, but she might just be a throwaway character. She might just be a throwaway character. She might just be one of those movie original characters. But given that we know that the Hero Academia author likes adding in extra backstories, and given that he's okay releasing the design for All Might when he was younger, it does make me think that it would be coolest if he would tie this character back into the main story, for sure. And as we can see, we know that Bakugo, Todoroki, these are going to be the characters that are going to be most prominent, but we know from the rest of the shot here is it's also going to be the B tier characters. So we have Mineta and we have Momo. They just haven't shown up in this one. So if anything, it's just telling us the main characters are going to keep being main characters. The minor characters in the Class 1A, they're probably not going to show up that much. And then we have All Might's backstory being told in there. And then I saw that someone said, yeah, Hannah mentioned she would like to see Nana and maybe Sir Night-Eye. If it's about All Might's backstory, yeah. If we got Sir Night-Eye in there, that I think would be the best way to flesh out the All Might backstory. And especially, he's the sidekick. Of course, All Might's sidekick is going to be there with All Might if you are talking about the past, right? So, like, you know, the logic's there. As for Nana, it depends on when she died, man. I think that would be... Yeah. Nana's a bit trickier. We might get flashbacks within a flashback. And let's see. People are mentioning it might be someone related to All Might or the actual number 2 hero. Yeah, because if I recall correctly, we haven't seen, let's see, the placements of... We haven't seen the placement of the 3rd hero pre the All Might disaster. And so he would now be the number 2 hero. Yeah, it depends. Like, does the author want to keep that hero in his back pocket? Is this lady the number 3 hero or the number 2 hero right now? That would be pretty cool. So that would be pretty cool if we actually, if we get any clarification on the hero ranking system in general. Actually, that would also be amazing. But I wouldn't hold out. I think we're already getting a lot with just that flashback image. And Magnum saying she died much earlier of his prime. I think, yeah, I agree, Magnum. I think so too. I think All For One was just kind of watching, and the moment that he saw that she lost One For All, he just kind of went and killed her. I think that's All For One's MO. He just goes and kills off the weakened users of One For All when he just feels like it. But yeah, that's the stuff for the Hero Academia movie that we've seen, and H Magnum gave us a little bit of news about the translation that's set in a giant floating and moving artificial city. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of sad that if the school trip arc thing is true, I'm kind of sad that it's taking place before the next season of the anime. But when you consider anime productions, it's like, all right, that makes sense. That's the best way to not piss off any anime viewers. But it's still kind of sad because it kind of limits the potential that we can see when it comes to the abilities of the students. And really, the student abilities in the later half are better than the student abilities in the first half. So that's the only unfortunate thing. The next question, though, is there is one character who has just kind of gotten shafted a lot in the recent chapters, and that's Ida. I do wonder to what degree can Ida be useful in this. Ochiko hasn't gotten shafted because she's still active, but I do wonder about that. But anyway, that's the movie information. Is there any more movie information we can talk about? Or I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, it's releasing on August 3rd. So most likely we'll get spoilers. And then maybe within 3 months or after 3 months, we can see the actual thing pop up somewhere. Maybe we can all watch it and just talk about it at that point. But I do want to see what are going to be the critical plot elements that are going to pop up during this. Anyway, that's definitely all I got for Hero Academia. God damn it, Hero Academia. Is there anything else you guys want to like cover on this, or no? Are we good? Do. Okay, I'm gonna assume that we're good. All right, cool. So guys, I'm gonna switch over to one. Yeah, H Magnum. Yeah, I agree. So I'm gonna switch over to One Piece, guys. For all the Hero Academia fans, thank you for being there. Thank you for popping in for this. I'm gonna switch over to One Piece, just cover it, and yeah. If in case anyone is watching this stream after it's gone live, I'm going to be separating the videos out into the separate impression videos so you can see those in their own separate videos. You don't have to go through the whole thing later. But anyway, guys, thanks so much. And you guys are all part of this stream. I had your comments showing up on the screen, so cool. Going over to One Piece. How to do One Piece. Yeah, see ya, Diego. Thank you so much for being here, man. And yeah, guys, if you're not caught up with One Piece, I don't feel bad leaving. Oh, H Magnum's pointing out something about Hero Academia. Well, we could talk about it. Ooh, yeah. Let's do that. Let's have fun. I can put on the Hero Academia trailer. H Magnum, you're talking about the fighting game, right? The good thing is I don't think I'm gonna get copyright striked. I'll pray that I don't get copyright striked. I really don't know. Okay, H Magnum, just give me the second, and I'm just gonna get the gameplay up, and then we'll let the other guys see what's going on with it. I'll tell you though, I am pretty happy it's coming to the Switch. That's a giant vote of confidence in my eyes. Oh my keys, it's okay. I think trailers are a little bit nicer than actual anime content. I think we can survive it. I pray we can survive it. Actually, guys, the channel almost got taken down. The channel almost got taken down a while back. I had about 2 copyright strikes that I was getting, and then I'm still at 2 copyright strikes from a firm in Japan. So hopefully they'll back off. But if you ever see the channel all of a sudden just disappear, it's probably because of those strikes that I had. Let's do this properly. Where is the thing? Yeah, there we go. Getting it here. All right, so that's more or less. Let's pray. But yeah, trailers are fine. People love spreading game trailers, so it'll be fine. All right, so okay, Diego. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the Hero Academia trailer for that one. I think it looks cool. I think it looks like a pretty cool game. I am sad that anime properties get made into fighting games instead of like say RPGs, but it's like when you look at the technicalities of it, it's much easier to make a fighting game and make a tight fighting game than it is to make an RPG, because you can cut corners in some regards into like managing the aspects of the world, and it ultimately makes for, I think, a more optimized developing time. But it's still unfortunate. I personally like RPGs more, so a fighting game is like alright. Ideally, if I was going to get this, I do hope it would have a pretty solid campaign. Will I buy it? I want to support it, right? I want it to be good. I don't think I'll be very good at it, and that's the other thing that's kind of keeping me from doing it. I'm not that great at fighting games all that often, so if I bought it, I just kind of have it for the novelty and just playing it, but I don't think I'd like really enjoy it. You know, there's like tiers to my enjoyment. Monster Hunter World right now is like at the top. I don't think this game would be able to like reach that tier of enjoyment. Actually, for this little sequence right here, do you guys think it'll actually look this good in game? Like, this looks pretty badass, man. I have no idea if it'll actually be able to... This, yeah, this graphic, definitely do believe it can get there, but I don't think it'll, I don't think it can, I don't think it can do that first little bit. Yeah, H Magnum, that is like the ideal there. I am kind of hoping that's going to be what we end up getting for that. And yeah, I did see the recent screenshots for Suyu. I know Suyu's in the game, Kaminari. Yeah, right. Those screenshots are really good because there's also Kaminari's derp face. Let me go look for them real quick. One's Justice, Suyu. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'll just put this one up here real quick, just to show, yeah. Like, you know, I think I like it. I like it. I like the art style. I like that the characters. Yeah, I like it. Tsuyu's pretty interesting in that her moveset's so much more physical. So I'm actually kind of interested to see just how Tsuyu will end up playing. I think she'll be a pretty fast character. Kaminari seems like he'll be... If he has the derp face on, then he might be a really powerful character, and his gimmick might be he shirts out and then he's useless after that. And as far as I'm aware, when it comes to competitive circles, characters with gimmicks like that don't tend to do well. So... yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a... That's going to be a bit of an interesting thing to watch. I don't think there are any other trailers for this though, right? Oh no, there's better. There's more. There's more. Okay, we'll pop up another trailer real quick here. Just letting the ad play out here for a real quick second. Come on, come on. Here we go. Let's watch another trailer, see what's going on. So, there might be a bit of stuttering. That might be because my computer's about to die. Yeah, man, the ads are crazy on this. Okay. I like that it's not a 2D fighter, though. I will say that. I really do enjoy that it's not a 2D fighter. Another thing I really do enjoy is like the comic effects. I like how that works out. I'm glad that technology's gotten to a point that we can actually replicate comic effects and make it look pretty good in a game. See ya, Hannah. Thanks for being here. Anyway, it's a pretty, actually that's a pretty fast-paced battle. You know what? This trailer kind of sold me on it. That looks pretty cool. I'd like to play that, but it's like I know I won't be the greatest at it. But anyway, yeah, I do agree with you, H Magnum. That Momo and Ochiko will be interesting. Momo is like, I saw one of the screenshots for Momo, and it's, yeah, like the only bad thing is that they're limited to what they've seen in the anime, and then kind of just working off of that. So there's a few limits there. As for Ochiko, it depends. I wonder if she'll be like a trap character. Will Ochiko be there and just suspend people, and it pretty much takes away their movement options? It'll be interesting to see. Seeing that it's like a 3D fighter, or it's like they're in an arena, that gives a lot of what? Wall walking? What? Oh my god! Cool. That was badass. Yeah. There's a good degree of air maneuverability as well, so Ochiko could probably work really well here. Anyway, okay, that time for realsies, man. I gotta go to One Piece. Gotta do One Piece. H Magnum, thank you. You're like the heart and soul of this right now. You're giving me more stuff to talk about. But I should go to One Piece. I'll leave this playing for a little bit while you get this up. Okay, I'm ready to talk about One Piece. Alright, H Magnum, I'm ready. Just stop distracting me, man. It's too exciting. God. Alright. I don't want to take away that. Let's go to the... We'll take away the elasticity thing. We're looking at J-Maney's box. Okay, so One Piece. So, Academia fans, if you're not caught up on One Piece and you have no interest in it, I'm okay if you want to go. But One Piece, chapter 899, The Last Stand. So, actually, let's talk about this guy real quick here. Look at that. Look at that right here. Look at that shield. That's a weird shield. That's a really weird shield. I wonder, he's creepy. This guy's creepy. Anyway, One Piece, chapter 899, Last Stand. So, this chapter of One Piece, what can we really say about it? It's got cool moments. Big Mom, she's given her ultimatum. Or like Pedro's giving her his ultimatum about what's going to happen with Big Mom. And, overall, like, it's another one of those chapters where the people in a country just start running away. One Piece does this a lot, and we're just seeing it here. So... there's a few points that I really enjoyed in this chapter that I think are worthwhile. Of course, Pero freaking out about Big Mom is like a big highlight there. You skipped the covers, H Magnum? Yeah, that's fair. The thing with the covers is that this is going to be important only when we have all of the Grand Fleet back. And when the Grand Fleet's there, they're going to, you know... we don't have to do the character introductions. But the Giants are such a inconsequential force of that Grand Fleet too that it's like, well, is there really a point to having to learn them right now? I don't think Oda's actually going to be able to use them outside of like maybe a clash here and there. So, moving on. So, overall, there's like this whole idea that the Big Mom ultimatum's happening, and depending on the cake's condition is... pretty much it's being tied to the fate of Whole Cake Island. And we also have like the people of the country just getting scared that they realize that they're living under a pirate that can't be controlled. Overall, it's just I understand what Oda's going for here. He's just saying that the country's coming apart at the seams. And when you look at what he's setting up in the chapter, he's pretty much saying that after this event's over, like there's no chance things are going to be the same for Big Mom's country. Like the prosperity that Big Mom achieved could pretty much be destroyed here, because there's also that little bit where they're talking about Morgans and Stussy getting away. So when I consider that bit, it's like, it's guaranteed Morgans is probably on the Germa ship or something. Like Morgans is in the most safe place imaginable right now. He's probably going to be fine. And so he's going to get out there. He's going to be like, hey, the One Piece Pirate, or sorry, not the One Piece Pirates, the Straw Hat Pirates, they went and they ruined Big Mom's island. They messed with a Yonko and survived. And then the whole world's going to freak out about it. And then we're going to be seeing their bounties increase yet again. And yeah, it's over for the Big Mom Pirates at that point, pretty much. It's just funny how things have fallen apart for them. But if you looked at the way that the Straw Hat crew operates, you kind of saw this coming. Now, I'm just looking for the page where Pero was freaking out about Big Mom. Oh, can't find it. It's also nice to see that Pero is actually taking a good amount of hits from, or not taking a good amount of hits, but it's nice to see that his endurance is down to shitter. So, if anyone's watching the One Piece thing bit right now on the channel, or on the live stream. What do you think about like this little like bit of development so far? Because Pedro is pretty much saying that there's 3 options here, although I really think it's likely there's going to be a 4th option somehow. Like Oda's going to throw in a 4th option, like maybe Big Mom dies of just how awesome this cake tastes, or maybe Big Mom just, you know what? If Oda changed things and made it so that oh, actually, this is chapter 899. You know that. I agree, H Magnum. They should have kept them locked up. Oda does that thing where he likes ending chapters on nice numbers, and given that next chapter is chapter 900, I actually have a pretty crazy theory for what could happen here. And it's coming back to like Big Mom's whole thing with the... That's not a good picture. I'm just going to put it here. Yes, 3rd possibility. No, that's not a good picture. That's not a good picture. Can we zoom out? Can we zoom out? Yeah, we can. What I'm thinking is... Big Mom eats the cake, and what if it kind of we operate under the same rules that what was her name? Sugar. Is that her name? Sugar? The girl from Doflamingo's family. Anyway, what I'm thinking is she eats the cake. It's so good, she knocks herself out, and then all the souls that she's ever tampered with just get released out of her body. It's pretty much the same mechanic that we've seen with Moria. It's the same mechanic that we saw was the downfall of Doflamingo's paradise. I just think it would be hilarious if she goes, eats the cake, and everything falls apart. All the homies die, all the souls go all over the place, and then that's the end of the Big Mom Empire. That would be hilarious, and that would be so that's so what the Straw Hats do. That's so their MO. They go in and they destabilize countries. That's all the Straw Hats ever do. Well, they don't destabilize countries. They didn't destabilize Fisherman Island, but they would if they could. But that's what I'm thinking. I think that would be pretty interesting, and just given it's chapter 899, chances are that's gonna be kind of the conclusion we're heading towards, I would say. Now, the other part of the chapter that was worthwhile, and recently the chapters for One Piece, I haven't been finding them all that exciting just because they've been pretty straightforward. But the other part was the bit with Judge. And I found this bit really interesting, and the way that Oda tied it back to Luffy, I found that very heartwarming. I thought it was very nicely done, because that's the perfect way to illustrate what kind of person Luffy is. So let's go to that page. What's going on? Copy. God damn it. Paste. Here we go. There we go. Cool. So we have that whole little bit where he's going, Sanji's blah blah blah, Germa's failure. All he can't even use his skin as shield. All he does is cook. What blah 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 blah. Judge is pretty much ripping into Sanji. What's actually really H Magnum, yeah, the rage, man, whatever. Like, One Piece stopped being serious a long time ago. Like, this whole fight with whatchamacallit, with Katakuri, that's the most serious that One Piece has been in a long time. That was a really good, hardcore, well fought fight. But otherwise, like, One Piece has been pulling some little maneuvers where Oda's going for like the bigger like wow factors than he is for things that make sense. And I feel like, yeah, this is just gonna be what it's gonna be. The rage is gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna bathe in it. It's gonna be funny. The tears of fanboys are gonna be just Anyway, that part aside, what I'm really interested about in this whole little bit with Judge is that he's so invested in the issue that he's yelling at Luffy about it. You know, that's pretty odd. Like, it's showing that he does care about Sanji's place in this to some degree. And mind you, when I say care, I mean like he's attached to it in ways that infuriate him. So it's just interesting to see that he's pretty much having an emotional outbreak or an emotional tirade right here, that he just doesn't understand that this kid that he saw as useless, how someone else could find use in him. So I think this is an issue of Judge doesn't understand the value, and his lack of understanding for that is what's infuriating him. So that's what I see when I read this panel, and especially like this little bit right here at the end. How about you answer me, Straw Hat? First off, like, him addressing Luffy as well is also like just very interesting. Anyway, the turnaround that Luffy has later on, where he says that why was he listing all those good things about you? It's like, that was very nice. And then, you know, you go back to read this first little bit, and you can kind of see how Luffy interpreted this. He can't use his skin as a shield, but yet he would still go and protect someone. All he does is cook, and yet he would still go and fight someone. He doesn't have a shred of royal pride. Okay, it means he's humble. He's humble, and he treats his friends like they're normal. He put himself in danger to protect a weakling. He's saying Luffy, because of his useless emotions. Okay, so Luffy's thinking like, yeah, he went and he protected me because he's a good guy. He's unfit to be a soldier, and yet he goes into the battlefield. So yeah, you could easily see how Luffy twisted this around. Although Luffy has observation hack, you would think that Luffy's at least able to detect the emotions and the rage that a father has for his son. But yeah, that was an excellent Luffy moment. I enjoyed it. It was beautiful. I think that was great. I think that was a great One Piece moment in general. And for Sanji, who was just listening to that, I think he got the. I think that was. It was very heartwarming. It was a very feel good moment. Moving into another page that I want to cover. I also wanted to cover this one just because Jinbei's laugh is hilarious. I do like Jinbei's crew dynamic. What they're setting up Jinbei is that he's pretty much the straight man, and he's straight about the most ridiculous things. So I enjoy seeing this kind of thing from Jinbei. I like his dynamic, and I'm overall very happy with Jinbei. He's pretty much going to be in the One Piece crew. I remember way back when that Oda said that the next, what was it called? The next Straw Hat was going to be a former boss, and yeah, Boss Jinbei. It's pretty much confirmed for me. It's going to be Jinbei in the crew. But what do you guys think about Pudding? I'm kind of hoping that Pudding's going to come back here, but like, Pudding got left behind at the other island, so I'm kind of scared. I really wanted Pudding to be in the Straw Hats, man. Like, Jesus. Anyway, moving on to the next bit is that Sanji is still fighting here, and he's still fighting against people that we can assume are relatively strong. And so I like that Oda is giving them things to do to the very end, right? And this genie thing, like Sanji going up against it, pretty exciting, but the problem is that One Piece has recently been going into the skirmish type battle, and skirmishes are the kind of battles where it's pretty much the Marineford formula. Oda saw Marineford was doing really well, so he kept doing this, and so we just see little clashes instead of a conclusive fight like Katakuri versus Luffy. So my big question is like, are we actually gonna get a serious fight with Sanji here? Given the circumstance, given that the Fisherman Pirates have popped up, I severely doubt it. I think we're just going to end up seeing more of these little moments of just skirmishes, and then the Straw Hat Pirates probably going to get away. The Fisherman Pirates are also probably going to be okay. I doubt that the Fisherman Pirates are going to take any severe losses. But the moment where they do show up was really nice. I really do enjoy that. But that's pretty much the majority of the chapter. Like, the big points are really Judge's behavior. Then we have just the stuff with Big Mom, and those are the really cool points to talk about. So I'll open it up again to the guys who are watching. Are there any points that you want to talk about, or any points you want to mention, any badass moments that you really enjoyed? Let me know, and we'll just talk about it there. I'm gonna just grab one more image just to look at it because it was pretty cool. Doop, doop, doop. Where are you? There you are. That's the image. Get it going. Yeah, Watatsumi. That was a pretty nice moment. That was overall pretty cool. But I do wonder, actually, last thing, we see Prauline's back there. I wonder if the Big Mom Pirates are going to have any kind of thing to have to do with Prauline. And you know, I really wish we got to see more of why some of the Big Mom's kids are just so against her. Like, Prauline is just pretty much, yeah, I'm okay burning it all. I just want to get out of here. It's just interesting that some of the kids had that personality trait and then the older kids just don't. But anyway, that's my thoughts for the One Piece chapter. Those are pretty much all my thoughts. I do not have any else for the One Piece chapter. The next one on the schedule is actually, are there any Black Clover fans in the chat right now? If there are, let me know, because I wanted to just go very quickly and touch on Black Clover real quick. I'll put on the I'll put on the Monster Hunter in the meantime while I just quickly go through this. And I'll just be waiting in the comments for you guys, if you have anything to say. Oh, if by some chance there's any people watching who are looking for the My Hero Academia content, the Academia content was at the beginning of the live stream. So check it out there. Not caught up with Black Clover. Okay. At chapter 121. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my, Keezy, you might not want to 112, okay. You might not want to. Well, actually, there's not much to talk about for Black Clover. It was a pretty simple chapter with just cool things happening. What can we do here? Nah, we could just call it there. I could just make a separate Black Clover video later. Because the Black Clover video is not going to be that great. It's just going to be a very quick note. Anyway, guys, we'll just call it there, actually. It's already been an hour. So, are there any last points that you guys want to talk about? Let me know right now. We're pretty much just going to like free time, just have fun times and talk about whatever. I'll take Black Clover for 150 out of here. I'll just make a separate video for that. Oh no, I died again? Damn it. Man, I was better than this. Okay, now we seem to all be pretty alright. Cool. So, guys, as I understand, you enjoyed this time. So if you enjoyed it, I guess I'll do it again next week, right around the same time. We'll talk about the chapters as they come out. And if there's anything else that's really cool with the chapters, we'll also go through and chat about it. But yeah, otherwise, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say. I'll just stay on the stream for a little bit longer, just because I'm going to be doing a few things. So if you guys have anything else you want to add, go for it. But we're pretty much done here, at least when it comes to the chapters. Okay, Forever DXD is saying something. Let me just read this. Why not go ahead and talk about it? Just read it and I'd like to hear your thoughts. Just read it and like to hear your thoughts. Oh, okay. So, Forever DXD, you're talking about Black Clover, right? Also, Forever DXD, are you a fan of High School DXD? Is that the connection there? Oh man, okay. So are you excited for the new season of High School DxD? Because I totally am. Okay, so guys, just for the record, someone in the comments is just saying that they like High School DxD, and I'm just pretty excited about that. So yeah, all right. It's just gushing. I'm just gushing, man. I'm just gushing. I really like High School DxD. I think it's novel. I really enjoy it. It's pretty fun. Okay, so for anyone that's still watching the stream, I'm just gonna very quickly go into Black Clover after all, just because someone's asking about it. And if you don't want Black Clover, just get out of here. Let me just change the title real quick. Changing titles. Changing titles, it takes a while. Okay, here we go. We're going into Black Clover. Ready to go. Let's get this rocking. Let's get this rocking. All right, Black Clover. Woo. Okay, we're gonna do it after all. 150, chapter 150. Here we go. So, Black Clover. Actually, in case someone comes in at the last minute, we're just gonna put it here, because that will make it less spoilery in case someone just comes inside and doesn't see what's going on. Alright, so guys, we're talking about Black Clover now. If you're reading the manga, you're not caught up, I highly recommend get out of here, because like there is something really critical happening in Black Clover right now. Alright, so what we got in this chapter was pretty much just a continuation and a full, I guess, fallout. Pretty much, we're just seeing what's actually going on. We're just seeing how bad this is. And last chapter, I was hoping that there would be a retreat order issued, but we are actually just going full on into people are about to get real hurt. So, the one thing I find really interesting in all this, I think when I look at it, what I really enjoy is the way that the elves are interacting with each other and the way that they're interacting with the humans. There's a pretty critical point when it comes to this, though, that I feel is worth talking about. And that's, let me get it onto this screen. I think this is a better image to showcase it. This little moment right here where they're hugging. So, like, you know, the elves are at a point where, yes, they are very victimized, and they are very grateful to be returned to the land of the living, right? So, you know, you see this tender moment happening here, and then you have that horrible mood whiplash when it comes to the way that what used to be Lux starts attacking Noelle. When I look at this, I'm actually very curious as to what state of consciousness were the elves in when they were dead? Because we saw this image in one of the previous chapters of spirits just hanging around the Black Clover Kingdom, or sorry, the Clover Kingdom. And I look at that and I wonder, were they able to watch what was going on in the world? Because if they're just hanging around in the atmosphere, to what degree is their perception there, right? Because I do feel that if they're hanging around the atmosphere and we assume that they can actually see the world, then they should have chilled. They should have calmed down a little bit, but right now they're back and they're full on in anger mode, man. And the next thing is, like, it's actually kind of funny that all the elves are this angry. I would have thought that there would be a bit more disparity, but it seems that all the elves are of the same mindset of like, oh yeah, we got screwed over by humans and we all hate humans equally. It's just interesting that for a population, from what we've seen so far, there's no big differentiations between their personalities or not personality. There's a lot of difference between personality, but there's no difference between their goals and their anger. So this pretty much, when I look at this doesn't really seem like a reincarnation. This seems like more of like that kind of thing, like a vengeful spirit. You know, that kind of idea that you sometimes get in fiction of just someone is angry. Like if you go watch Supernatural, like the majority of the vengeful spirits that show up there, yeah, that kind of motif. It just seems like instead of being reincarnated, they're just possessing people that are kind of like them. Well, actually, no. I think that would have been, yeah, that's pretty clear that they are possessing them. But still, it's just interesting. I think that's the most interesting part. Just that how much anger they have and how uniform that anger is. There was another moment that was also really nice to look at, or really nice to kind of have acknowledged. And it involved the liar, and I really liked the way that the line itself delivered. Come on, why do we crash? Why are we crashing? Why are we crashing, computer? Okay, here we go. Because I'm a liar from the start, I know when people lie. So that's interesting. I like that because it's at least saying that he's aware that Asta is telling the truth. This is only important because adds a little bit more humanity to the character, but it doesn't really matter if all we're gonna see is the man trying to kill these people. So it's just like a nice little cliff note, but it's nothing that's gonna be really critical. I don't think Liar's gonna change his mind and suddenly go and join Asta. And then the onslaught that we get from Liar and Meleleona like defending it was also pretty cool. The action for this chapter was definitely at a pretty strong point. Let's see. Yeah, wow, this was let me just this panel was pretty badass. Oh man, that was just whoa. Man, that was a pretty badass panel. Let me just go up here a little bit. We're in Jemani's box. Yeah, just this whole chaos that's going on here, man. Like, geez, this is kind of reminiscent of the whole strategy that Asta uses, where he just starts darting around with the help of Finral and Vanessa. But Jesus Christ, that's scary. Anyway, those are pretty much the big points that I have for the Black Clover. Like, the biggest thing that I see here is just how angry the elves are, and I just want to understand if it's all of them that actually feel this way, and why do they all feel this way? Why do they all know that the humans screwed them over? And like, guys, really, when you look at it, when you look at that whole event with the elves, truthfully, it's really sketchy. It's been sketchy since the first day that we ever got it revealed to us. And just now, like, I just look at this and it's like, considering how controlled this whole situation seems, I would not be surprised if someone else is just screwing with the elves and the humans and just kind of watching this whole thing go crazy. But if there is actually, like, the prince from the past actually did screw the elves over for whatever reason, then alright, I'll respect that. But up till this point, I still think there's a third party involved, and yeah, it's a mess. It's just a mess. Anyway, those are my thoughts for Black Clover. It's a pretty simple chapter. Because there's a lot of action pieces, there's not much to talk about other than the coolness of the action pieces and then just the little things going on. There is also, I guess, the struggle that's being born in the mages that have to fight their friends, but that kind of struggle, we could have seen it coming. To see whether or not these people survive, though, that's going to be the next big question. So if there's any Black Clover fans who are still listening, what were your favorite moments? What do you enjoy? Another little thing I will put out there is that I really enjoy the current Luck design. I like what he's turned into. It's pretty badass looking. But yeah, that's Black Clover. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at just the picture of Luck and that kid again. And just the expressions that they have. You look at these expressions and it's like, there's no way that this is accidental, right? Like, someone made the chances that there would be someone who probably has a similar backstory to Luck or has the same kind of methodology as Luck in the elf population, yeah, no, man, that's not coincidence. But anyway, guys, yeah, that's it for Black Clover. I wonder if Shokugeki no Soma's come out. I don't think it has. We have spoilers, though. Does anyone want to talk about Shokugeki no Soma or not? If I take silence, I'll just assume that's a good no. We don't want to talk about Shokugeki. In the meantime, I will put back on the Monster Hunter, because Monster Hunter's cool. Actually, if you guys would like to have like streams with Monster Hunter on, let me know, because I'm totally down for streaming Monster Hunter if that's ever a thing that you guys just want to do. We could talk about other random things while I'm streaming it or whatever. Okay, Forever DXD's giving me a good sign here. Actually, I'm looking at the spoilers. They're not super great. There's only like one little thing that's just funny, but I'll just wait for the chapter to actually release. Okay, guys, yeah, we'll just call it there. I'm pretty tired too. It's been 1 hour and 20 minutes of talking. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. We're gonna call it there. You're going to be played out by the monsters running around and me hiding from them. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. Forever DXD, thank you. H Magnum, I know you're not here, but thank you. Omoy Kizi, I don't know if you're here, but thank you. Like pretty much anyone that was watching, thanks so much. And yeah, let's call it there. Till next time. I hope you guys have a great day. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, Forever DXD? Yes. Yes, I will be. Because from what I saw, the studio changed, so that's making me feel like, okay, they're gonna do an actual okay adaptation, and we're not gonna get the travesty that was the last season. So yeah, and especially because this season is, dear God, how did you get that power up? And also, dear God, that man is a shining lion. So pretty much, some pretty strong moments are coming in for this season. So I'm excited. I will be covering those videos. So I hope to see you on them, Forever DXD, if you're into it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like DXD is my favorite harem, just because it's actually going all the way with the harem motif. I guess for the last 6 people, if you have any like kind of questions you want to ask me, just go for it, and I'll just stay on for like another probably 5 minutes, just watching my gameplay here. So it's just such a tough time. Oh, come on, man. Why did I faint? Oh. Yeah, Forever DXD next stream. I know we're having a podcast tomorrow night with some guys from that wanted to talk about Dragon Ball, because the Dragon Ball finale is tomorrow night. So we'll be on tomorrow night, most likely. And then I don't know about Monster Hunter streams, but the manga stream, I'll try and do it next week as well. So if there's any, yeah, well, I guess you like Black Clover, so you can come in and listen for that. What am I doing here? Oh. Okay, we'll call it there. See ya, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's stop the streaming.